Good evening and welcome to PRTvSpurs reaction show. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Brentford 2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's get the show on the road. Hello and welcome to the reaction show. Tottenham Hotspur, 3 points at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And did they make hard work out of that? Joining me to do the reaction is my partner in crime for the preview show, Mr. Sean Hurl, Paxton Road TV. Good evening, Sean. How are you?
A lot better than I was for most of that game. Honestly, yes. I have never shouted at my TV as much as I did during that game of football. I was cursing the players up and down. I couldn't believe well, anyway, we'll get into it.
Yes, definitely get into that one. If you're joining us for the reaction show, please make sure you subscribe to PRTvSpurs, smash that like button and give us a follow, because that's where all the content is going to be all the time, just for every one of you Spurs fans. So, do you know what, Sean? We discussed this in the preview show this afternoon, and we said we cannot have another shit show, another horror performance. City was bad enough. Burnley in the cup was bad enough. It's just not been, yes, we've been grinding out results, but it's not been vintage. And that first 45 minutes again today, I think, piss poor. Piss poor. Couldn't get any passes together. The balls into the box were awful. Passing was awful. It just did not happen. And obviously, them taking the lead, it was going to happen, weren't it? It was one of them. They were getting into the game. What was the words that you said? We need to be smart. I don't think they understand the meaning of the word smart in this Tottenham Hotspur Football Club at this precise moment. They needed someone to do a little bit of shithousery, like that little shithead up front from Brentford today, Morpay, you know. So we can break it down however you want, whichever way you want to do it. But what did you make of that first 45 minutes?
It was unbelievable. We started so well. We seemed to be, we were passing so well. And then Destiny. What the hell happened to Destiny? He actually finishes up giving away 3 goals tonight. Luckily, only 2 of them counted. I mean, it was shocking, loose play. And, we said, didn't we? We can't give teams chances.
Yeah.
And we let them back into the game. And then we were taking an age to get from front to back. And you allowed 5 players to just, stand in the box. And, oh, God, it was torture. Absolute torture.
It was. Right, I'm going to do this a little bit different today, Sean. So, as you can see, 3-2, it finished. Could have, to be fair, it could have gone how many different ways, right? It could have gone, they could have ended up winning the game. We could have absolutely pounced them in that 20-odd minutes that we played. But I want to start off, right, so somebody must have been watching our show this afternoon by the looks of it. Somebody must have been watching our show this afternoon, because obviously what I said, Vicario will be in goal. the back five will be Porro, Destiny, Romero, and Van de Ven. With Benton Cole, Skip, James Maddison, and then I said Kulusevski will play, Werner will play, and Richarlison will start up top. And guess what the team was when they announced it? Exactly what I predicted. So, pat on the back to myself, because you know me, I like to pick teams for Mr. Postecoglou. When you saw that team, Sean, did you think we was going to play as bad as we did in that first half?
Well, I think if people saw the preview show, I was quite happy with that selection. But
yeah,
honestly, I couldn't see what was, why we were struggling to create chances against Brentford, other than that there was no pace on the ball.
Yeah.
My God, it's like it was torturous. And as I say, Destiny, he scored for us, but he was their best weapon, in terms of setting up chances for the opposition.
Yeah.
The purple patch just after half time, but I don't know. I don't know what he was doing at some points in that game today, but too often the passes were loose. We were giving the ball away. You know what they're going to do, so you don't give the ball away. You don't make, you don't pass behind players, or it was just shocking.
I think from the offset, that first half, it felt like there was just no urgency. The passing, like you said, was shocking. Simple as passes, they weren't doing it right. There was just nothing. There was nothing like even going forward. What did we discuss about this trying to pass it into the back of the net? Again, they was trying to do that. There was just, I don't know what was happening to that team. And it was like these lot have just been put together today, just put out and said, right, go out and go and play. And the players were like trying to get a feel of it together. It was just, I don't know. It was just nothing right. And you could see the more we was doing that, the more Brentford thought, hey, we can get in here. We've got a chance here. I mean, that offside one, the first one, that sort of, to me, that sort of gave us a feeling that, oh, guys, you got to be careful here, because as much as you're dilly-dallying, pissing around up top and whatever, they can get us on the counter. Exactly what we said in the preview show. The manager's done the due diligence, and they've actually looked at how to play Tottenham. Every manager and team that are coming to Tottenham are outsmarting Tottenham, because they know exactly what to do, how to do it. And it's working like a master plan every single time. And that first half was probably one of the poorest again I've seen of Spurs. I think we had one shot on target, and that was I think one, and then Richarlison had that shot just belted past the post. I was thinking, obviously, with Benton, Cora, and Maddison in that midfield with Skip, I thought we should do these very easily. I thought Skip played quite well. Apart from that, I think there was nothing at all. And all right, do you know what I mean? I don't know about you, Sean, but this playing out from the back, I'm sort of now getting bored with it, because half the time we're not doing anything with it. And that second
Well, I have no problem with playing out the back, but it's just that we get past the first press, and then we slow down.
Yeah.
We slow down. That's supposed to be the trigger for it to actually get quicker.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
we just slow down, and we just, when you've got 5 lumps, which is what their back line is, 5 lumps.
Absolutely.
You finish up with a situation where Benton Core or Madison or Werner are on the edge of the box, and they're trying to thread it through the eye of a needle.
Absolutely.
We could have, if it continued like that, we would have been here still now trying to score a goal.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to stop you right there quickly, because I would like to say a big, massive welcome and thank you for joining us. We have actually got FC Tottenham Hotspur from Thailand Good
Thank you
evening,
very much.
afternoon, whatever it is. Welcome from Thailand. You could have met my boy. He was there last week, actually, for 2 weeks. If I had known, another fellow Tottenham Hotspur fan, he could have joined up with one of the London Tottenham. But welcome and thank you. And please make sure you follow PRTV Spurs and give us a smash and tell everyone in Thailand that PRTV Spurs is about. Sorry, Sean, as you were saying.
And it was like we ran out of ideas when we got to the edge of the box. And I mean, it was bizarre. I mean, it took the substitutions to change things, and you brought on, to me, defensive substitutions.
Yeah,
we'll
talk about that. We'll do the substitutions as we move on. Tricky one is saying start to worry if and when we start losing games, Sid. No, I can understand that. I can understand. I had somebody else said today, one of Laura on our group, saying about the clean sheets, and she said she don't care about clean sheets. And I'm like, well, when you start going down goals, you don't want to make hard work of games. And today it was hard. It was hard. Even at 3-1, I wasn't comfortable. I was still saying we need that extra. We need more goals, because once we let more teams back into the game, then they got another one back. And what you said about destiny, we'll talk about that as well. It sort of makes big differences because it lets teams back into the games, and we then start wobbling. If we break it down, then Sean, 68% possession, 32% to Brentford. Again, another team that's come to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club to sit and wait for their opportunity in a game. It's just sit back. They don't bother about possession. Let's see if we can get Spurs on the counter, because they all know Spurs can be vulnerable at times, and this is what they're doing. And I think we're going to see a lot of this now. Teams coming to our stadium, just sitting back, trying to get us on the counter. 19 shots we had to their 9. I think a majority of them in the second half. 5 on target. They had 5 on target. Corners, I forgot the R in there, but we had 5. They had 3. Big chances, 4. They had 4 big chances. We missed 1. They missed 3. Look, this is a bit I was telling you about. 519 passes we had, 86% accuracy. 177, 66% accuracy. 177% passes they had in that game. Almost a third of what we had. And then deep, 15. Deep means having possession in their last 20 yards and passing around in their area in the last 20 yards sort of thing. And they had 13, we had 15. What do you make of that, Sean?
I mean, it is all really interesting, the stats and that. We 2/3 of the game with more shots. But again, shots on target, they were the same. Corners, roughly the same. Big chances, but it's all good having possession. But if you're taking a long time to progress from back to front, which is what we were doing in that first half, it makes no difference at all. And the only thing that we can look to is the fact that the one stat that really counts is the goals, and we got one more than them. But I mean, I was so frustrated. I wanted a performance. I wanted goals. Well, I got goals, yes, all well and good. And I thought Werner had a great second half in particular. But it wasn't a performance. It still wasn't a performance. And true, we've got players coming back. There's players haven't played with each other. But other than strong action at half time by our manager, I really feared for us at half time.
So we go in 1-0 down at half time. Probably could have been 2, but obviously goal. What happened in that 15 minutes at half time then, Sean? Because that first 10 minutes, 10 minutes of that second half, it looked like somebody had rockets shoved up their backsides. and they would be given ultimatums or done something or whatever, because these lot came out as man's possessed. What was said? What was said at half time then?
Well, obviously they made the big call with the changes. He decided to go with
Johnson and Højbjerg.
Højbjerg came in again, far from convincing, but did a job when needed. Again, gave the ball away cheaply on several occasions, putting us into trouble. And this is what I don't like. This is turning back and then passing back and then not passing back to your own player. I mean, there's no excuse for it. Johnson came on. He had a purple patch of 10 minutes and then probably disappeared. After he scored his goal, I really don't remember him contributing very much.
So let me just stop you there. Let me just stop you there quickly. And so, what the changes he made, taking Skip off and Bentancur. I thought Skip done all right. I think Skip was doing all right. Was that tactical changes then in taking Skip and Bentancur off to bring on Højbjerg and Johnson? Obviously, that meant bringing Kulu into the middle. So was Postecoglou's thinking there? Skip, Bentancur, Maddison, the three is not working for me. There's something not right here. Or Brentford are doing something. I need to change that. I need to bring on Johnson to go on the right, put Kulu in the middle, and take off Bentancur and put Højbjerg on. Is that the thinking there of bringing Johnson and Højbjerg straight at half time? Because normally he doesn't make his substitutions until 60, 65, 70 minutes. So
I think he just like the rest of us, he was fed up with how slow we were. And there's no doubt about it. The difference in pace was phenomenal. We were moving the ball quicker. I mean, Destiny had those brilliant runs for the goal he scored himself, and he was involved in the build up for both the other goals as well. But it's amazing what a difference when this is why Ant gets paid the money. He knows how to make the big calls. You can't disagree with his substitutions today. They changed the game. They turned the game around. Again, we're 3-1 up, and we start pantsing about and thinking that we've won the game. And Ant is probably tearing his hair out, saying, "No, I want 4-1. I want 5-1."
Absolutely.
And they stop. They stop playing. And honestly, it must be our squad must be the most frustrating. Now, Maddison seemed to move slightly. He moved slightly to the left, and then Kulu was playing sort of in the number 8, but on the right-hand side. And then Højbjerg was just told, you sit in front of the back four. And it just seemed, to release. To release the players, I don't know what, but Maddison said it was very difficult because he was trying to remember the connections he was having earlier on in the season. And it took a while. And he actually, I thought he was quite good in his post-match interview. If you get a chance to see it on TNT.
I'll have a look at that. So Jews Nuts is I was saying Jews Nuts is saying he was surprised at the substitution. Kulu was not great, hasn't been for a while. Maddison was rusty to be expected. Again, dwindled in the final third. I agree with that. Kulu's not been really doing that well in the last couple of games. I thought, to be fair, I don't think he did anything on the right in that first half. I think he was just Werner, obviously, yes, because he was actually trying to get at the right back. Kulu, for me, non-existent, absolutely non-existent. So is that a problem now we've got with Kulu? Because I've said it a few times now, I don't see him playing on the right. Okay, there was a few times earlier on in the season where he has made us, an impact on the right. But for me, that second half, when he went in the middle, obviously opened it up a little bit with him and Mads in the middle. And then we had probably two of the fastest wingers that supposedly be the fastest wingers in the Prem, Werner and Johnson. I think Werner, second half, first 20, 25 minutes, he must have, I don't know what he had, but he must have put his skates on, because he was just rinsing down the left. He was on fire. There was no stopping him. He got the assist as well. There was a few times as well. I think he was way, way, way ahead, you know, and Richie was probably thinking, oh my God, I've got to run again. Please, no. Because there was a few times we're looking in the box and Werner's gone and there's no one in the box. So he's got to pull it back again. So that, for me, was a massive plus. The fact that, you know, Werner actually now started finding his pace and he was bombing down the wing. Johnson, like you said, done well for those 10, 15 minutes and then he sort of dwindled away.
I'll tell you who had a good performance, and rightly was given man of the match by a very infuriating Glenn Hoddle on the TNT commentary. Richarlison. I thought Richarlison put in a incredible shift.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's picking balls up on the edge of our box. He's retaining passes. He's releasing wingers. You know, and he's got his goal as well. You know, yeah. I can't ask any more of Richarlison.
No,
he's really, you know, putting in a shift. At one point there, he pulled up, and I thought, oh God, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
He seemed to have a sore shin. I hope he's okay for Saturday. But yeah, I thought Richarlison was magnificent today, both in attack and in defence. You know, he led the line in all sorts of ways, and I think you know, we need to give him his flowers. But
of course,
yeah,
some big. But do you know what? He has been doing that for the last couple of games, and like you said today, he led the line. He was coming back, and you know, a couple of crucial interceptions. He is playing well now, and all this link about Solanke and this, that, the other. I think we've got a player who's on form. He's playing well. Why would you, you know, not drop? Why would you drop him? He's on fire at the moment. You've got to let him carry on playing how he's playing, and he leads from the line, like you said. He gets everyone involved. He does the shithousery as well, because I think there's one point where there was something going on and he just picked the ball up and started doing kippy uppies, and I'm like, this is the shithousery that we want. Juice Nuts is saying here, missing Saw. I think him and Destiny have an understanding. When Saw doesn't play, it seems to affect Destiny's game. Valid point. I think, you know what? I think
Saar generally plays on the right. I think he improves Poro's game.
I think he does both.
I think he improves Poro's game because he covers for, you know, when he gets caught upfield.
Yeah.
You can't deny we're missing Saar, and I can't wait for him to be back this week. It was I don't know. It was a chalk and cheese performance. I'm just so happy we got the 3 points. We're back in the top 4.
Yeah.
And from our Arsenal friend who's just appeared in the comments here, yeah, we're in the title race of sorts. We don't expect to win it, but you lot are expected to win it.
So there.
And I don't think you're even in the race, mate.
So that 5 minutes of madness in the second half, 47-50. That was just insane, weren't it? I mean, Destiny done really well, running with the ball, and then obviously
and then presents the ball to Tony. Yeah. Oh, honestly, it's like a schizophrenic performance. But I'm so happy to have the 3 points.
Absolutely,
3 good goals. 3 good goals, to be fair.
They were good goals. I mean, that obviously Werner across. To find Johnson on a penny, bang. And then Richarlison doing what Richarlison does best as well. And then we're all sat there. Everyone's saying, you know what? Everybody's thinking now we need to get another one, put the game to bed. This is what we were saying this afternoon. Remember, Sean? Get the 3rd, get the 4th, put the game to bed. Do not put them back into the game. And then we take a foot off the pedal.
I mean, it is so frustrating so frustrating that we rest on our laurels.
Yeah.
We allow the players back in. We had them. They were absolutely shell shocked.
Yeah.
And if you don't take advantage at that point, we should be going on 4-1, 5-1, and in the end it's 3-2. And I was having. It was funny. I looked up you remember that West Ham game, the 3-3 game with Mourinho.
Yeah,
I was looking that up earlier today to check to fact check my friend who sent me a WhatsApp.
But the thing is,
and I was like, and I shouldn't have done that, Tom. Sorry about that, but I just thought I could see it happening.
Yeah.
And then Tony had that shot with whistles past the post.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God! And then the game finished with a corner. A corner for them. And I thought, oh, shades of the Man City game. Oh, dear.
And I've said this how many times? We need to start keeping clean sheets, man, because we just cannot seem to keep a clean sheet. And we keep saying, our back five is the best. It's going to be one of the best. But that first goal that was offside, how much space did Tony? Was it Tony on the right? How much space? It was like time stood still for our defenders. Nobody wanted to go anywhere near him. So,
destiny dawdling about, and sometimes he makes a simple pass look so awkward, and he just it's so frustrating.
We just want to make life hard for ourselves. I think that's what it is. They don't want to have an easy game where they win comfortably. They want to make a dog's dinner out of it, and they want the fans to sit there and suffer, because obviously it seems to be that way now. 3-1 up, and then you're letting them back into the game with some madness from destiny. I mean, even I'm thinking, not Werner, Vicario. If Tony's that far up the pitch, well offside, why doesn't Vicario just stand in front of him? Then he's offside. You know what I mean? So it was a weird one. And by doing that kind of stupidness, you're letting the team back into the game. And when you're letting them back into the game, you know what, Sean, you know yourself what we're like last 20 minutes. If you're letting the team in with a goal advantage, we just mess around and put ourselves in.
We've got the whole width of the pitch. We've got the two fastest wingers on the field.
Exactly.
We're trying to play the ball up the middle of the field all the time. Unbelievable. Playing right into their hands. And where did we score our goals? By playing the ball out wide.
Yeah, I don't think he said that, Jews. And he's likely said at half time, "Oh, you clowns, play better or I'm off to Merseyside." I don't think he said that, to be fair. But yeah, why do we make things hard for ourselves? It's true. Vicario is too exposed. I'm telling you, I've said this all along. He's way too exposed every time. And there's only so much he can do, and so many times he can keep us in the game. Van de Ven and Romero, as good as they are, and obviously Destiny and Poro, the way they play as inverted wingers, we always giving teams opportunities. And going to Goodison Park on Saturday is not going to be easy. Again, it's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough game.
All you need to do is prep us, and we'll give you a chance.
Yeah.
And until I feel better about that, I want a double pivot. I'm sick of it. Sick of giving away goals. I'm sick of our goal difference not improving.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and it's going to cost us.
Absolutely.
It's going to cost us because we're not putting teams away.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree here with what Juicy's saying. We are not Barcelona. Just hit the ball on the goal. We can't pass it into the net. How many times was there opportunities today to shoot and they opted to do something else and try and pass it or press it out wide?
Do you know the worst one? Second half. Kulusevski had a shot, but no, I won't hit it with my right foot.
That's right.
He could have side-footed it in. He had much time.
That's right.
And they went over to Ange, and Ange was absolutely incandescent.
Yeah.
Honestly, I tell you. I mean, Kulu does put in a shift. if you do the metrics, if you do the mileage that he covers. But oh God, it was so frustrating tonight that we very nearly managed to give those points away.
Absolutely. Our guy in Thailand is saying here, I wish all Spurs players, you should practice meditation more because it will help improve the playing form. Best wishes. Yeah. You know what? We said in the preview, didn't we, that it's a massive, massive 3 points. We need to get the points in the bag so that we're up there still, challenging for the top 4. 8 points behind Liverpool, but we're still up there, and it was a big game. We could have thrown it again. We could have thrown it away. We didn't. We got the 3 points. People will probably be watching this and now saying, look at these two. They're mourning. We've won 3-2, but they're mourning. But at the end of the day, we've won the game. But we shouldn't have to sit and last 15, 20 minutes suffer because Brentford are that kind of a team that, could have gone and grabbed that last minute equaliser, like you said. We need
it's the failure to control the game. Yeah. Our game management is terrible. Yeah. Terrible. And that comes down from the fact that the players have been told that we need to be brave. But too often they're not brave, they're reckless.
Yeah.
And they're reckless. And they were reckless for both of their goals, and they were reckless for the goal that was disallowed as well. And I was sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being brave and being reckless. And we seem to be erring on the side of it, reckless.
It's all good and well winning 3-2 and taking the points home. Yes, Spurs fans will be happy we won the game. It was a nervy one, but we need to open teams up a lot more. Like you said, Sean, we've got 2 of the fastest wingers in the Prem, in Johnson and Werner. Half the time we don't use them. I think there was one. Vicario got the ball, and Werner was on his own. Second half on the left, all on his own. Nobody around near him. I think Madders was about 10, 15 yards inside him. And he got the ball in his hands and he's pissing around with it. And then in the end, he just rolls it. Oh, I think he kicked it out to the right and it went nowhere. Madders was going ape shit. You could literally see him bending down saying, look at that. That was there. That pass. There. You could see it. Is Vicario not seeing this kind of stuff? You know what I mean? Pick the ball up.
Vicario is the first to complain that no one makes themselves available.
Yeah, exactly.
And yet he obviously you don't get the full thing watching TV, so I never really saw that, but it is, Namaste, my friend in Thailand.
Have a good day over in Thailand if you're going to work, and thank you for joining us. Please make sure, obviously, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to PRTvSpurs and get the word around, my friend. Get the word around. Have a good day. Yeah, because, he made a good, decent save, but he's got to be better at times. Sometimes he's got to be better, even at his corners as well. I think he now needs to start taking responsibilities because I don't think he commands his area very well. But
he needs to catch the ball. Rob Birch needs to work on that catching the ball.
Absolutely. And
not just palming and punching away. He needs to catch the ball.
Yeah, I agree. And bottom line is, at the end of the day, Sean, we got the 3 points. We needed the 3 points. It was a bit of a crap performance against Man City. Yes, it was a poor performance today as well, first half, but second half, I think, who said it? Somebody said it at the top of the stream. What a poor performance. Shocking. Only played well for 7 minutes. So we played well for 7 minutes. And then the rest of the game was pathetic. I don't think it was pathetic, but it wasn't good at all. And like you said, Postecoglou's probably will be happy with the 3 points. We move on to Everton on Saturday. Looking at the league table, Sean, Liverpool 22, 51 points. Manchester City 21 games, Arsenal 22 games, both on 46 points. Spurs in fourth on 43 points with Aston Villa. We're above them on goals scored. Looking at that now, Sean, compared to where we were at the end of the season, with what was going on with the outgoings, Kane going, I think you'd be happy with where we are, how we've progressed, wouldn't you be?
Yeah. But again, look at that goal difference.
I know.
14. If we don't concede the second goal, it's plus 15.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit, it's all about minor, it's the fine margins. And we can't be giving away 2 goals and having to score 3.
Yeah.
We can't be doing that against the likes of Brentford or Everton or these teams that we've got a really good opportunity to really, it's just so frustrating.
Yeah.
So frustrating. I mean, Liverpool have
they're going into the next level now, aren't they? They're getting back into their rhythm, aren't they?
The normal service is resumed. It's between Liverpool and Man City for the title, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's everyone else catching up now, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's between the next 3 for the last 2 places, And we can't rely on the 5th place being a Champions League place. You want to be in the Champions League, and if at the start of the season I would have been, I was always happy just to be in the Europa League, But once you've got there, and Ange's, I don't know, did you see Ange's press conference?
No, I didn't.
When Moose, from Talk Sport said, you're used to winning trophies, but it looks like you're not going to get one. He said, but you don't think we're going to win the league?
Well, that one, yeah. I saw that. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah.
That
was brilliant.
And it's quite funny because they're obviously talking about it amongst the players. Because Maddison mentioned it in his in his post-match interview on TNT. So
okay. So
they're talking about it. So let's not put they're not putting, as they said, they're not putting a ceiling on what they can achieve this year. So
and I think
good. All well and good.
Paul Pablo saying here, Champions League would not want just to make up the numbers. I agree. And don't forget, next season it's that complete new format as well, isn't it? Where you're going to be playing about 550 games just to get into the next round. Yeah.
Now I'm comfortable that Arsenal aren't going to win the title. I mean, maybe the Europa League would be the best spot for us. But, anyway.
Yeah, you never know. But
anyway, what, it's onwards and upwards. We got the 3 points in.
3 points. That's what I'm saying. I was going to say.
But deep sigh.
Yeah.
3 points. Move on Saturday.
Didn't I also say as well, having Johnson to come on as a second half substitute as an impact sub, it prop straight away, didn't it? Made impact straight away. Then obviously died a death. But again, it's progression. I think Postecoglou will be happy. It's progression. We're still in the top 4. Players are coming back. Saul will be back on Saturday. Then we've only got Son and Basuma to come back, and then that's when obviously we'll see then, because he'll have players on the bench as well that he can bring on. He's going to have a bit of an issue now, who he picks, where he picks. So it's going to be interesting times. So Sean, 3-2, was expecting a better performance. We was expecting a lot more from the players, but at the end of the day, 3-2, we get the 3 points. We move onwards and upwards to Everton, Goodison Park on Saturday. Final thoughts then, fella?
Yeah, it could have been better.
Yes.
Room for improvement, but thankfully 3 points. We're back in the top 4. We're punching above our weight, and let's see what happens in the next game.
Come what may.
Yeah. Who knows? Will happen in the transfer window, for example, tomorrow.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I don't think anything's going to happen unless they pull a rabbit out of the bag again, which will be interesting. But, let's see. But, do you know what? Final thoughts. It wasn't the best of performance. Probably another one bad first half performance. First 10 minutes of the second half, we've done well. I just wish they'd put a little bit more urgency now in going forward and have some bloody shots and try and put these games to bed, because we struggle when teams come back at us. If we're leading 2-0 or something and they come get one back or whatever, we know we can't handle it. Even though we've got the players at the back and that with midfielder. Højbjerg, there's always something he's not going to do and put us back because he did it again, But 3 points. We're in the top 4. We go to Goodison Park on Saturday. Sol will be back in the squad as well. All right, we've got 2 days to recover, but it is what it is at the end of the day. It's football, it's Premiership football, and we go again. So we move on. We'll do a preview show Friday evening for the game. Early kickoff on Saturday. If you haven't already subscribed, everyone, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, PRTvSpurs. Have a good evening. And we will see you for the game on Saturday, Sean.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. 3 points and we're 4th in the league. Have a great evening. Have a great next couple of days until the next PRTvSpurs show.
More developed, but more developed, but more